In a previous introducing LittleWarGame video, we introduced this main lobby, all of the UI elements that make up the top bar, the middle windows, and the play bar in the bottom. But you may remember that something that we could do is show emotes and have things that we could display either in chat or in lobby. A couple of examples go as follows. We can have, Kappa, Teddy, and Star. But we can also have buildings. We can have things like the tower, the house, or the workshop. But you may also note that the units in the game are available, and it's with those that we're going to discuss something a little bit interesting, as I show you an example of what some of the units that we can demonstrate. Wolf, worker, wolf, archer, soldier, and many more. And it's with these emotes of these units that you can actually play something most people have never heard of before, and it's called LittleChatGame. So first we're going to get into this. If you want to go over any of the things I'm talking about here and explore them for yourself, the first command you need to know is LCG help. That's /LCG help. And I'll put all of these commands in the description so that you can navigate them on your own time. LittleChatGame, as it says, is a game taking place in lobby chat. Send an army of unit emotes to fight an opponent. Commands. You can use LCG fight to send an army into battle, LCG stats to figure out the ranked aspect of another player, LCG top to get a list of all the top ranked players, LCG units to determine the available units or emotes, and LCG volume. I personally am going to change the LCG volume. I'm going to say LCG volume 50. Additionally, we're going to go ahead and put, let's say LCG top, just so you can get an idea of who is really good at this. Look, Johnson Yen, Castle Stormer, McMasher, B, Tester, Title, Hangman Works, Hero of Ages, Rhinus, and Pekka are your top 10 LittleChatGame players. But that doesn't mean anything if you don't know how to play. So let's look at what it says for LCG fight. LCG fight says, send your army into battle. Type /LCG fight, followed by the emotes you want to send. For instance, catapult, archer, soldier, soldier. Valid emotes or units. Well, there's a separate command that tells us what those are. That's //LCG units. And we can see that these are the units that are allowed, as well as some restrictions. So for LittleChatGame, we can use the soldier, archer, wolf, mage, priest, werewolf, catapult, ballista, dragon, worker. Your army can only be 16 supply or less. And this shows how much supply each of these units take. Soldiers and archers take 2, wolves and workers take 1, mages and priests take 3, etc. Now, I could spoil for you what all of the units are and what all of the units do. Some of them work the way that you might think. An archer fires at range, a soldier moves and smacks things with a sword. But some of these units have extra quirks or capabilities that you'll have to explore for yourself. So, the final part of this video is just going to be play a couple rounds of LCG fight. Let's see if there's anyone who's already loaded up with an army, and maybe explore what some of the units are and what they can do. So here's an example army that you may start with. Let's say that you want LCG fight, and we're going to pick something like, basic units you might have access to. LCG, archer, archer, soldier, that's 6 supply. Let's just repeat this a couple of times. Archer, archer, soldier. Remember, we have 16 supply, so archer is 2, second archer is 3, soldier is, 2 for the first archer, 4 for the second archer, then 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, we have 4 supply left, and I think we're actually just going to make a catapult. Is this the strongest army? No, it definitely isn't. In fact, there's a couple of unique interactions, and there is something of a meta of LittleChatGame. But you can still enjoy sending the units off into battle. Oh, whoops. LCG fight, I had an emote, or I sent a period. That was not necessary. We're going to do archer, archer, soldier, archer, archer, soldier. Now, there we go. When the LittleChatGame starts up, it pits your army up against an opponent's army. This is the line army made by Works, for instance, up against the line army that I have here with the archers and soldiers. It looks like we're losing pretty badly. And in fact, there are priests that seem to be healing, and this werewolf is knocking units back and being extremely efficient and tanky. So, after you win a round of LittleChatGame or lose, you will see a victory screen display that highlights just who won and just who lost. In this case, it looks like I'm going to be losing, and giving the number 7 player on the LCG chat game works a couple more points with which to, advance himself on the leaderboard. Now, you may have as a question, so I've made this army I want to fight. How do I know what units I can fight with? Well, again, LCG/LCG units says all of the available units are emotes, but there is one final condition. You must have access to all of these emotes in order to play them. And in order to know what emotes you have access to, we're going to repeat something that I said in the introducing LittleWarGame video about this main lobby UI. Go up to the top left-hand side, or unlockable items, and click emotes. And there, every unit that is displayed here in the server node, where it says what units are allowed, what supply they cost, are available here. Priest, wolf, worker, archer, mage, rifleman, catapult, catapult, werewolf, dragon. Some of these you have to pay for with in-game currency. Some of them you may have to spend a small amount of out-of-game currency in order to purchase. Still others are restricted by what level you are. Nevertheless, you'll find that as you play more LittleWarGame, you can enjoy more and more of LittleChatGame. And so if you really have nothing else to do, or you just like watching small units fight each other on the screen because everyone in the chat could have seen the battle that just happened there between my line and Works' line of units, then consider playing LittleChatGame, getting an extra little bit of enjoyment out of the emotes and other aspects of LittleWarGame.